and welcome back to another episode of Stationeers. So, this is the Marsbar playthrough, the Stationeers difficulty on the Mars planet, and I am your host, Lion. Now, I've been busy the last 7 days. You've seen scheduled uploads being released over the last 7 days. I've been busy making more content, and, well, I have 26 hours of the stuff, and I am not about to sit here and edit 26 hours. At least a chunk of that is grunt work. So basically the base is going to be completely laid out. There's going to be there's a lot of stuff that happens before anything interesting happens. So I've decided that in order to showcase this unfolding of the wings of the butterfly, I think the best way to do it is to have a bit of a montage. And I say that because even Rocky had a montage.
The hour's approaching to give it your best, and you've got to reach your prime. That's when you need to put yourself to the test and show us a passage of time. We're gonna need a montage. Ooh, it takes a montage. Show a lot of things happening at once. Remind everyone of what's going on. And with every shot, show a little improvement. To show it all would take too long. That's called a montage. Girl, we want a montage. And anything if you want to go from just a beginner to a pro, you need a montage. Even Rocky had a montage. Always fade out in a montage. If you fade out, it seems like more time has passed in a montage.
Okay, now we're in the middle of a montage, but we gotta sort stuff out. I'm actually thinking about making this base a bit lower. Well, the base wouldn't be lower, the ceiling would be higher. We got frames, we got sheets. How many walls do we have? Plenty of glass. Not any walls though. 5. More glass over there. Right, we need walls. Yeah, 1 gram's not enough. They're on the floor, probably where I left it.
Suddenly silence.
Okay, so I think that's where I'm going to leave the montage for now. Sorry, it was really quick, but that was like 8 hours worth of footage condensed into about 15 minutes, which it's a lot of work, believe it or not. So I just wanted to go over where the base is at right now, because obviously a few things there were shown, but kind of no context. So the nitrogen filter here has been put in order to basically bring down the pressure a bit. I later realized that actually we could do a bit more back in the room, but I kind of felt that it was a good idea to bring it down. It's just taking too long for the vents to change, if nothing else. So I think everything else in here is pretty much the way you left it, except for a few more the new ferns that I got from the satellite dish traders, which I also kind of showed happening, but with no context. So I put down a few more basins, and these are the dragger ferns, which are apparently better for cleaning out CO2. Speaking of cleaning out CO2, let me avoid any unnecessary alarms while we're doing this, because that would be quite annoying. So now I've got low oxygen. I thought getting rid of some nitrogen would help. Turns out it didn't. Putting it back in later does fix it. Now, just ignore this. This isn't a normal save file that I'm using right now. This is going back in time. So this room is where all the printers were. As you can see, they've all been moved downstairs. That was shown, but all of this, most of this has been shown in the montage, which is what the whole point of a montage. Now, I didn't realize this had an internal stacker. As you can see here, stacker size, news to me. I actually put a stacker on there until I realized, and then take it off later. Down here I put in a buttload of shelving. Now, to be honest, I could probably put a buttload more in, but I thought I'll use what I've got before I go worrying about the next load, because, well, I like to have an organized shelving system. Airlocks going in, as you can see here. There's no... this will be a vacuum, so eventually this airlock will be built out. That's disappeared, the pipe disappeared out here. We've been busy, we're moving the tanks onto this orientation rather than the orientation they were, just to give us a bit more space. The tank here, I don't know, did I show that being upgraded already? I'm not sure. We know about the cold tank. Here is our trading platform. This is by no means finished. It's in an awkward position. Keep hitting your head on the dish, which is not good. So we've got some flowers, we've got some things to sell them, including this auto miner, which I used, bringing me nicely on to... it always does this every single time. Yeah, I don't know why, but when it's set to ultra high, it makes the game jumpy, the graphics that is. Okay, I installed some heavy solar panels which don't get hurt by storms, so they don't have to be in the box. I had to reinstall these twice. One time because, again, I was let out the gas, I was going downstairs to get something, the storm came, destroyed them. Second time, someone said if you put in I think it was just Will, I think was going by old information, if you put in a turbine generator, it doesn't destroy anything inside with a storm. Unfortunately it does, so we had to pull out all of the oxygen in the room, well, all of the atmosphere in the room, so that should stop them setting on fire. We also had to add another batch rider for the heavy solar panels. As you can see, we've got a couple of wind turbines now. Again, not the permanent home, but they are used because we were running an ogre down here to bore out the landscape. Now this was let me calm the backpack noise down for a moment. This was two auto miners which basically drill down to the bedrock and carve thing. Now with the deep miners, they're kind of obsolete in terms of ore gathering. I did put in some chute systems anyway, but I knew the chute system would eventually be used for further things. Now, being on top of a mountain, you have, of course, got the problem that, well, Amy's got a long way to go to get anything, especially when you've been carving chunks out of it like I have. So, I've decided, now there's more than one reason for drilling this. As I say, I do confess later, I'm not going to keep you in the dark. There's our ogre. One of the this is a wireless power transmitter that's been set up. So basically, now it's easy enough to do on a 90 degree like this, but it's difficult. You can set up chips to do it in if they're in different places. There is a way the you can use IC housing to align. So, and you can see in here there's a chute system that is going to be for, well, that is for Amy. Here's our little Amy bot. She's asleep at the moment. I don't know why, but probably because she's turned off. For one reason or another, yeah, she's off. Probably no power. That would be the thing. I think this is the point where I start upgrading the power. So this is a couple of hours ahead of where the montage leaves off, but for all intents and purposes, we're in pretty much the same frame of time. So what this is going to be in the future will become clear. That bit I haven't kind of gone into yet, and I'll probably try and keep a bit of a surprise. But down here I am planning on doing a rocket in the ground, because why not? It's like every evil layer has to have a rocket in the mountain, right? Not to say that we're evil or anything, but ooh, there's ore down here. Not much of it though. But yeah, no, I don't know why, but since I started playing, I've seen Cows of Evil build a base around the rocket, and in my last Mars base I started doing this, but I didn't get around to finishing the rocket. So it's going to need power down there. It's going to need chutes up. In fact, we're going to need another cable. Sorry, not cable. A pipe or two from here. Now the atmospherics is going to get built out this way soon, and that's about it now. I mean, we are on day 95. Considering the last time I saw you, it was on about day 57 or something. So yeah, all of this took a lot of time, and it's a lot of time that I didn't need to put in. I'm not going to lie. It's a lot of time that if it was a normal playthrough, I don't think you'd be doing anything like this. Like, that's time I could have put into other things. And, you know, some people said doing it on the mountain was a bad idea. And, well, Amy can get down that cliff. Like, ramp. You can put an outpost down there and go and collect the ores and put in a separate furnace. There's all sorts of things and ways around it. I like being up here because we can, well, one of the things I'm going to be doing very shortly is building a tower. So that there, by the way, if anyone's wondering why there's a random frame, yeah, look, don't ask about the logic of gravity in this game. This was a place where I could get a succinct place to take a screenshot from time after time while in the air. So that's the only reason that's there, basically. I just wanted to get a bit of a time lapse of the base as it went, and I have got that. I'll be doing that at some point. In fact, I don't even know. I'll check and see if it's worth putting that up now. So I just thought I'd give you a rundown of what's been going on during the montage. That is basically it. As you can see, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of mining, it's a lot of processing, it's a lot of everything. But, well, I'm kind of using it as practice for future playthroughs that I kind of want to do. I don't think it'll be done straight after this playthrough. I don't know. We'll see. There's other games I'm keen to have another look at. They're still in early access and stuff like that. But yeah, well, I will. The next episode should be an actual episode. I'll see you then. Bye for now.